Thank you for joining us here tonight at 10. I'm Tabitha Bland. Leaders in Beloit are weighing a new approach to delivering fire and emergency medical services. This as staffing shortages and rising costs continue to strain departments all across Wisconsin. WMTV's Shayna Najawan joins us live in the studio now with what's being proposed and why experts say this is part of a growing statewide challenge.
Tabitha, leaders in the city and town of Beloit say this is not a decision to merge services, but a proposal to study whether consolidation could help sustain emergency response long term. The administrator for the town of Beloit said in a news release yesterday, quote, "Both communities face similar pressures with staffing constraints, rising costs, and the need for sustainable service delivery. We are recommending the exploration to evaluate whether consolidation could enhance services while controlling costs for our residents." End quote. The proposed study would include an operational and financial analysis of staffing models, equipment, and governance, with findings due within 120 days and staff recommendations expected within 180 days. Leaders say there would be no obligation to move forward and either community could withdraw from the agreement. And while local officials stress this proposal is exploratory, experts say the conversation reflects a broader strain on emergency medical services across the state.
And so often these public service agencies like EMS departments are asked to do more and more with less. And you can do that up to a point, but sometimes, I've watched as I worked in this area for a while, this EMS department is kind of hitting a crisis point.
And UW-Madison professor Laura Elbert has studied emergency response systems for years and says pressures have been building for a long time, fueled by an aging population, rising call volumes, and funding that hasn't kept pace.
Response times are crucial. They're the difference between life and death. And let's be honest, you can't schedule an emergency into convenient time slots. They occur, and you want somebody nearby that's available. And you can achieve that if there's adequate staffing.
And if approved by both governing boards Monday, the city and town of Beloit would begin a 6-month operational and financial study with regular public updates before any long-term decisions are made. Live in the studio, Shayna Najawan, WMTV 15 News.
Shayna, thank you. Leaders with both the town and city declined to speak with us on camera until after Monday's meeting.